guys, welcome to IS340. I'm Professor Fahmi Jalani. Today we be covering chapter 10 of e-commerce, specifically on digital marketing and digital goods. So we are quite familiar with e-commerce today. It's basically online or digital transaction. So it started during 1995 and it grew exponentially. This is basically the dot-com period. But eventually it burst. Okay. Majority of the companies are in Silicon Valley, California. And till today, e-commerce is still evolving and growing. As we know, the famous e-commerce is Amazon. Let's take a look at the graph. As you can see, during 1995, it started to grow and it peaked, and till today, and still growing. Okay. Companies are being more innovative and doing more data analysis, data mining to learn the customer behavior. So originally, e-commerce started as a website, okay, and it display ads. Those of you who are familiar, pop-up ads. Okay. So as the more attractive, the more colorful the ads, they presume user will be more prone to clicking on the ad. See, and today we have social media, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, yeah, Instagram, right? And not only that, also with the mobile devices, companies are now able to localize the ad. In this case, if you are in the SoundCloud area, okay, only SoundCloud ads will be coming out, okay? And they are more engaging. So why is it different? So it's ubiquity, okay? So today, with the vast network, people are able to access the internet anywhere, okay? So it's making more convenient for customer and consumer. Okay, today, customer are able to order food online, okay? Even transportation like Uber or Lyft. So unique features, e-commerce is quite global. Okay, today we have website, for example AliExpress. You are able to purchase product from China directly to the consumer. Okay. And this basically remove boundaries. Right. Next we have universal standard. So basically the internet is basically a standard. So every transaction is done there. And it lowers the entry cost. Okay, for example, you want to open up your own business like in Shopify, okay, or if you see some ads on Instagram or TikTok telling you how to start up an Amazon shop, things like that, right? Okay. And also it lowers the cost to the consumer. Also, it also support videos, audio, text messaging, okay, where you can communicate to the seller, right? And the seller could also promote how the product is being used, okay, in the market. Interactive, you mentioned about contacting the customer itself, the seller from the customer. And also information is available, and there's great transparency, cost, and not only that, user could compare prices from one merchant to another merchant. Okay. For example, eBay compared to Amazon compared to Walmart, okay, and so price and so delivery time. So that you can customize your messages, okay, right? When, for example, a customer is a frequent buyer of a certain product, the seller could customize the, the product range. And also on top of that, social technology, and some website do allow certain product to be promoted on social network. There's a share button, for example. Key concept. So we have decreased information. Asymmetries means the same information being shared at the same time. Search cost, transaction cost, delayed gratification, okay? Okay. Menu cost, dynamic pricing, price discrimination, market segmentation, switching costs, network effect, and this intermediation. So we talk about next is remove of the middleman. So with e-commerce today, customer or consumer are able to purchase the product directly from the manufacturer at a lower price, as comparing to the traditional method, brick and mortar, okay, on the top here, which is half the price. Okay. Moving along, we have digital goods. Today we have Netflix, for example. You can purchase your movie online, okay, and view it. And some of you guys are sharing password, okay, which is it's a new thing which has revolutionized the movie market, okay. And also with the pandemic, it has increased consumerism. So type of e-commerce, here we have B2C, B2B, C2C, okay, Barnes and Noble, okay, where business sell directly to the customer, business to business. Cam Connect, basically companies manufacturing in this case more like I would say liquid product, parts to other businesses. eBay, most of us have use it, consumer to consumer. Let's take a look at the business model. So in e-commerce, we have portal, retailer, content provider, transaction broker, market creator, service provider, community provider. Okay. In the olden days, the internet is technically used for just information, but today with e-commerce, there are many other ways of making money online. Revenue model, as you all know, advertising, social network like Facebook gets their revenue, and even Google gets revenue for advertising. Okay, sales, subscription. Okay, we talk about Netflix, right? Fees, transaction fees, and affiliates. Moving along, we have social network and use of the crowd. So you all are aware of social network, okay? Website like Pinterest, Kaboodle, and these snacks are basically promoting product at the same time selling products. Okay, crowdsourcing where there's inventor and they're asking for fund to make the product, and prediction market basically quite similar to crowdsourcing, right? So next we have e-marketing, e-commerce marketing, uh, with long tail marketing, which basically reaching nearly everybody. This is less expensive, and we have behavior targeting where website will track the online behavior for certain types of customer, for certain types of product. uh, Internet advertising format, okay, email, okay, rich media, search engine marketing, right? Website visitor tracker, here we have example of data analytic or data mining, where information from could be their spending habits or clicking habits. Companies, especially like Amazon, using this to do research on customer behavior and telling them what are other products that they might be interested, okay, and also suggesting them new products, alternative product, or maybe telling them what other products that other people are looking at, right? Next we have personalization. Okay, this is basically the same, similar to marketing, where basically as the user log in into the website, uh, they will be greeted, uh, and from there they will have their own personal shopping cart, okay, and also personal messages to tell them. Let's take a look at the diagram on advertising network. So as we all know, for example, certain website do advertise on certain products on certain website, okay, category. So as the consumer clicks on the product, okay, uh, there will be certain ads that will pop up on the, not pop up, I would say appear on the website to entice the consumer to probably purchase the product. Social e-commerce, okay, we have social sign-on, collaborative shopping, network notification, and social search. Okay. So social media is right now is very fast growing, where manufacturers do advertise on social network, and for example advertising and require, this is basically sponsoring the space, okay, and depending on the consumer behavior, they could, for example, fall into that category, okay, terms like a like button on Facebook, okay. business to business, it's quite complex, and companies website like Alibaba, right, there is a quite huge cost, and for example there is a minimum order, right, and there is need for trust, okay, on the website between two businesses. Next we have EDI, okay, electronic data interchange. This is basically moving purchase order, okay, invoice and good receipt being communicated between two separate entity or businesses and making auto payment at the same time. So next take a look at the diagram here, where how is it run. So shipping data, payment data, inventory are basically being feedback from each other, okay, loop, which usually both company has already signed an agreement as the official authorized supplier for a certain product. So efficiency, we mentioned earlier, usually there are standards for the invoices and PO, right? Next we have private exchange, and this basically involve more large firm, okay, and companies usually have a long-term relationship with each other, okay, in order to share certain information to the supplier, which we can see on the next diagram, where we have several suppliers, the firms and the distributor. Moving along, we have eHub. This is basically single market and many buyers and seller. Okay. They are basically direct and or indirect goods from a supplier to a buyer. Okay. So here we have a diagram which consists of catalog, sourcing, automatic purchasing, and processing fulfillment. Next, we have exchanges, basically owned by third party, right? They are here to connect supplier and buyer for spot purchasing. Okay. So in the early days, because of competitive bidding, okay, there wasn't any long-term relationship from with buyers and supplier. Okay. Next, we have mobile commerce. Okay. So with the technology today, consumer are able to make purchases, including me myself, on the mobile. Okay. So and it represents 10% of the e-commerce, and I believe it will be increasing soon. And not forgetting, there's also increased sales in not only the phone itself, also other product, okay, in Amazon or Netflix, where consumer do view movies online on the mobile devices, which we can see on the graph. and there is a steady increase of mobile revenue, and in 2015 74 billion. Location-based service application, right? We talk about geo advertising, geo social, geo information, right? So we do have mobile banking, okay, right, where you can view your transaction on the phone. Presence, so building your e-commerce, companies need to think about their website, in this case responsiveness, okay, where how does it look on the desktop, that your laptop, or your tablet or your mobile phone, how does it differ, okay, right. Top of that you have email and other social media, okay. Let's take a look at the diagram here. This is basically the presence of the e-commerce, okay. We have the platform, okay, and activity, right. And last but not least, milestone, okay, a timeline, okay, which most company should take a look in implementing e-commerce for their business, right. So that's pretty much it for the class. If you have any question, please email me or drop by my office for appointment. Stay safe. Thanks. Bye.